Good morning, y'all. It's November 6th. It's Sunday morning, and I'm Rachel. I'm gardening for butterflies on the Alabama Gulf Coast in Zone 9A. And it's been a beautiful week, and we got rain last night, and I'm so thankful for that. We haven't had rain in a week or so, and everything's dripping, and it's just beautiful. And I'm just going to show y'all around, so come along. I am just thanking God for the rain. Everything appreciates it so much. The sprinklers can only do so much, but God just poured out rain for several hours last night. I'm so thankful for that. And I've realized the reason why I'm being hesitant about digging these roses up is I just haven't decided exactly what I want to do. I don't like this blue pot. It's just too bright right there. So I'm going to have to get some special pots. And I think one thing that I'm going to do is, instead of, this is kind of crowded. There were 2 rose bushes here and 2 rose bushes there. I think I'm just going to have one on each side, and I'll take the other rose bushes and do something with them, because I've got 2 gentle Hermiones, and here's one right here you can see. Isn't it just gorgeous? Now that is gentle Hermione. And I've got one on this side. This one is still in the ground, and then the other one is over here. And this one in the pot is Desdemona, and then the one on the far end over here is Emily Bronte. And these are all David Austin. And this Emily Bronte looks pretty good, doesn't it? But it just is not very prolific. I mean, of course, I haven't given them the best of conditions. So I think once I dig them up and put them in a pot, I think she'll do better. But yesterday I came out here and moved some of the pots around. Y'all hear the chimes? Oh, I think they're over. That's why I was quiet. That was church bells ringing, which was so pretty. I don't know if y'all could hear it. I don't know if I was quiet enough. I was probably breathing too heavy. So I came out here yesterday and moved some stuff around. All the things that are growing in these pots over here have just greatly overgrown their containers, and so I've scooched them out some, and now I cannot even walk. There's no path anymore. So I scooched some things around so that this part will fill in too. But have y'all ever smelled Gomphrena? I got down close to it. I had not smelled it. It is stinky. Let me just make sure that it smells like oniony BO. It is stinky. Or, okay, when you eat like a cheeseburger from McDonald's, just one of those plain cheeseburgers, and it's got those tiny little minced onions on it, that's what it smells like. And then you smell your fingers afterwards. Yuck. It's stinky. I did not realize that. I can't believe I've had that for so long and I haven't even smelled it. But, ooh, I guess Gomphrena, I'm going to need to look it up. It smells, it smells oniony. So I moved some of these things around, and my flower, this right here, this Sweet Spirit Rose, is almost done. But is that not just gorgeous? Look how huge it is. And it smells so good. And so I saved more seeds from the sawtooth coneflower. I have a huge amount of them. If y'all want them, you can PM me on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest as Gulf Coast Butterfly Gardening. I think you can message me. I think there's like a little message button under it's next to the follow button when you look up the account. So, yeah. And so these carrots are doing well. I got the organic carrots from Publix. Look at this. Look at that. That one is already growing so well. And then look, here's Here's some little growth right here. I had to move these pots over here and where they can't get knocked over. Something knocked them over and dug around in the dirt. So I'm hoping that they won't be easily pulled over right here when they're all bunched up together. Some of the birdies are annoyed that I'm out here because they want to have breakfast and I'm disturbing them. I have other carrots over here. Thankfully, I don't think the squirrels have messed with it. I think it was probably a raccoon, but look, they're getting little green stuff around the stems. It's super exciting. And I've potted up some of my little seedlings and stuff. I've got some more coral nymph salvia right there that I had dug up and saved from the yard. It's just looking so pretty in the sunshine. And I'm out here a little bit later than normal because, you know, last night we fell back, so the sun's coming out a lot faster because I didn't get up. Nothing in the bog garden has died, so I'm very thankful for that. It's looking kind of sad and scraggly, but things are living. And look at that Venus flytrap. It's having so much fun. I hope it's caught some things. And then my tiny, I'm gonna put my hand in front of it so you can see how small it is because this thing is gonna get big. Pitcher plant. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff there. I moved my cuttings back out here again because it's still too warm to have things in the potting shed. And I wanted, since it was gonna rain, I wanted them to get real rainwater, but you can see these are the salvia and they're all doing great. I haven't even lost a single one, which is shocking because usually I do. And then here is the salvia locantha, the Mexican bush sage, and it's doing really well. I haven't lost a single one. Shocking. Really, I mean, everything wants to live. Oh, and here are the cuttings from the Desdemona, and they're leafing out. I probably shouldn't let leaves grow on them because I know they don't have roots. I mean, I can't possibly believe that they would have roots. And I don't think that they can support leaves right now. They just really need to focus on making some roots. But isn't that neat? I'm going to probably pinch those off. Oh, and right here, kale seedlings that I planted last week. And I sowed some peas, sugar peas here, and they're all coming up. Sowed them last week, so I'm super excited because this is my favorite thing to eat out of the garden, and I have decided that I'm going to succession sow so that I can have more. So probably in another couple of weeks I'll get some more pots out here and sow some more. And look right here, this looked like it had died, but now it's coming back. It's fennel. And this is like the third year that it's come back in this pot with this plumeria. The plumeria is getting sad and losing its leaves. So these are the sugar snap peas that I just planted right here. And then I've also got sugar daddy, which at the beginning they don't look great, but then they turn out really good near the end. So these first, sugar daddy's next. These are some little pansy seedlings that I planted, and what I've decided to do is I put 3 in these kind of hanging baskets in the center, and then around the edges I put 3 seeds of this. This is that trailing nasturtium, and I'm gonna like hang it from the ceiling in the potting shed. We'll see what happens. So it'll be like blue and orange because the pansies are blue, and then these nasturtiums do really well. So we'll see if I can have some pretty hanging stuff in the potting shed. And yesterday afternoon I sowed these seeds in here. These are pansy frizzle sizzle blue that I got from Outside Pride. I've ordered from Outside Pride several times. I really like their seeds. So they've got a good selection, really fun kinds of stuff. And I wanted to tell y'all really quickly about this fern that I was talking about last week that I was going to divide, and I did. Here's one half, And here's the other half. It turns out this isn't the kind of fern that has those weird roots that make the pot bulge. I'm going to show y'all the kind of fern that does that because I thought it was this one, and but I have a bunch in the front yard. So these are the kinds of ferns that I had in a pot. A friend of mine gave me 4 of them, and when I went to plant them out into the yard, I had to cut the plastic container off of them because they've got these round, hard root things to them, and they so I've had 4 of them, and then I dug them up when they got big and I cut them in half, and then I planted them over here, and you can see they're like really healthy and happy. And I have a new little birdhouse right here. I tried to introduce my husband to Lord of the Rings. He's not a fan, but we watched some of the movies, and you know, there's Gandalf, and then the bad the bad place, or whatever, you know, where all the evil lives, is called Mordor. And so he has decided to name this Gandor's house, and we don't have a bird living in it yet, but it does make me laugh. Gandor, I'm so silly. So yeah, out of 4 pots came this entire big jumble of ferns, and probably need to like thin this herd out a little bit. I don't know what this shrub-like plant is right here. Look at these tiny little blooms on it. But I came by one day and it was absolutely covered in bees. Let me zoom in a little bit more. You can see it's got tiny little flowers. And I wish I had caught all the bees on it, because it was really incredible how many were on it and loving it. So I don't know if I planted this or if it just grew here. I don't recall actually planting it. You can see the leaves. I think it's a wild plant because I see a bunch of them growing out in fields and things. So I'm going to let it grow here until I find out that it's bad. And now the front yard is just really looking like a dank, overgrown mess. But I still have a lot of Gulf fritillaries coming along and enjoying it. And I can just show you how they've just stripped the vines. The passion flower vines are just decimated, and it's looking kind of just icky. And now that it rained, it just looks like it's a rotted, icky mess. But I've got to leave it here. I've got to leave it here just like this for a little while longer, because I want to have as many Gulf fritillaries as possible. And the Tithonia, the new Tithonia that has come up from seed, is now blooming, and that's really nice. And then the old one has just flopped over, and it's really disgusting. And but I'm going to let it dry out and gather the seeds, because what I've been doing is just tossing the seeds around, but I think I want to save some so that I can throw them out next year in the spring when there's some space. But everything's just kind of icky. And this is what the backyard would look like if I didn't have that big fence. The deer would have come in there and eaten everything down to a stub, just like they're doing with this beautyberry bush. And oh my goodness, look, this is a little wishbone flower just out in the middle of the grass in the front yard. They are just so easy to grow from seed. Oh, and look at this. A naughty deer has come along and eaten the flowers off of this plumeria. And here's one, I'll show you. Look at how gorgeous they are. Isn't that lovely? And they smell incredible too. But dang it, those deer. This plumeria will bloom, hopefully, if the deer don't eat it. This afternoon, I'm going to try to see if I can find some suitable stems on this black and blue salvia to take cuttings and root. And then actually, I'm going to cut it about a third the way down, and I'm going to dig it up and put it in a pot, because it's just never really done well right here. I don't think it probably doesn't get enough water or sun. And so I'm going to do that. And then I've got this Salvia amistad right here, and I'm going to take cuttings from it too. I may end up digging it up and putting it in a pot, but you can see it's kind of scraggly right here. But look at this good new growth right here. Doesn't that look nice? Just really nice. And the bees have been all over it. They really love the flowers, and I've tasted them before. They are very sweet and full of juices, just incredibly juicy. But I'm loving this view of the garden with just all the fun colors. And oh, there's a butterfly. Do you see it? I think it's a monarch. Also, I am going to do some take some cuttings from this Wicked Witch coleus right here and grow more of them, because don't you love them? Don't you love the edging? I love how it stands out. It's just a fun dark color. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like a hulking mass of dark in the garden, like a shadow, because those outlines make it look make it stand out and just give it a little bit of a contrast, I think. So I really like that a lot, and I want more of those. They are fun. This is turned. Oh yeah, I did want to tell y'all this, especially to Joe. Look, these, look how tall these are. Do you think these are the ones, these pentas are the ones that you had in the front? I think I still have the tag in it. Yeah, here's the tag, Star Cluster Lavender Pentas from Monrovia. But they are tall, and I think these are also from Monrovia, these red ones. And they're a lot taller, and they have bigger leaves than the regular pentas. I'm really loving the combination of this salvia, and I think this is that Mystic Spires, possibly salvia, with these this coleus. Don't you love the yellow and the blue together? This is that color, I'm really dirty now, Color Blaze Lime. And this coleus is getting scraggly. It has been huge and just so just gorgeous, gigantic. Look, it looks like it's about 4 feet tall. I cut the other one back in the other pot, and I'm probably going to cut this one back too. And I've taken a bunch of cuttings from it. But look, I actually have, I don't know if I could grow this from seed or not, but because there are seeds on it. But don't you love how it just glows? I love how it's just so bright and fun. And here it is right here. This is where I have it. I just love looking out the kitchen window and seeing it. It makes me so happy. Look how ginormous this California Dreamin' Rose is. Just massive. And I have another, oh, it just fell apart. Another couple of buds. So lovely. This one doesn't have a scent to it, but I do like it. I can see it from the kitchen window. And I wanted to show y'all, I did not kill the Cecile Bruner rose. I thought that I probably did when I cut it all the way down. But look, it's got new growth on it. So I am so thankful. And this time I'm going to do a better job of training it so that it will bloom more often and not turn into a crazy monster. I keep wanting to cut back this coral nymph salvia because you can see it's pale. It looks like it's anemic, and oh, there's that monarch. Oh, wait, come back. There it is. Oh, y'all. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, isn't it so pretty? I played tag with this, I don't know if it was this monarch, but with a monarch on the Gumfrina yesterday. Every time I would try to get near it, it would go to the opposite Gumfrina where I had to walk around, but there it is, yay. So, yeah, everybody loves Gumfrina, except do not sniff it. Ooh, it stinks. But anyway, back to this. Coral nymph salvia. I've been wanting to trim it back, but something cool has happened that has kept me from doing it. So when I moved this
over here. Look, it had grown sideways in the pot, and I needed something to kind of hold it up. This pot is just not big enough for coral salvia. And do you see how big this pot is? You need a bigger pot than that. So I need to remind myself of that for next year, or just for right now, actually. But okay, so this is Achillea, or yarrow, I can never remember which to say. And I just leaned it on this Achillea. The Achillea was sad and pathetic, and it's in this pot. It's kind of the same size. It is the same size. So I started this yarrow from seed, and it never seemed to do well, ever. It just always seemed sad and gross, and I almost wanted to rip it out, but I was like, you know what, I'll just use this pot to hold up this coral nymph salvia. And now it's growing up through the salvia, and it seems to be really, really happy. It has never bloomed, ever, and I don't know if it will, but don't you love the lacy texture of it, especially with this morning dew on it, with the coral nymph salvia. Let's zoom in, so you can see that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just a lovely, lovely accidental combination? And this coral nymph salvia has gotten kind of scraggly too, but y'all, just the colors of it is just so dainty and lovely. And listen, they never give up drinking from it. I've got honeybees out here until it's just almost too dark to see. They're just like, let us have this. This is such a joy of a plant to have. Yes, I'm a butterfly stalker. I can't help it. Look at it. So pretty. You know what? Anyway, that is lovely. Here's another fun combination that I'm pretty sure I did not plant this cardinal flower. I do have cardinal flower seeds, but I don't think I've ever opened the packet. So I'm guessing what happened is birds must have pooped some seeds out or something, because I just don't know how it could have gotten here. But normally I don't like purple and red together. You know, red makes me angry. But these little star shapes are just so fun, and so I'm letting it grow here, and I'm enjoying this for a little bit. It just better not get crazy.
Oh, I thought the bee was about to fly in there for some reason.
Okay, y'all, I gotta stop now. I could just be out here all day just looking at all the little things. It's just, oh, I just saw a snake. Oh, I gotta show y'all that. Look at this. Is this not adorable? Here is a little tiny garter snake. He's probably about 2 feet long. And look, I was just over here a minute ago. This is the salvia, probably Mystic Spires, with the color blaze. Coleus, isn't he the cutest? I love having little snakes like this in the garden. I really do. I don't want to have venomous snakes, of course, but he's not venomous. I mean, just look how adorable he is. Look, do you see those little cartoon eyes? Oh, so cute. He's the cutest. He's the cutest little boy. Okay, I'm back. Isn't that just cool? I love those sorts of things. Man, I could be out here all day, but I gotta go get ready for church. So I hope that y'all have a great day, and I'm just thanking God for y'all, and I'm so thankful for y'all, and I'm just so thankful for God for blessing us so much, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I can't wait to find out what's happening in your gardens. Bye, y'all.